How about closer, 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 right? Okay. There's my area? Anywhere. I don't see your face.
You're fine. You're right here.
Face to face. Clearness, that's fine. So what? But I want to hear you. Yeah, exactly. All the heads you can see. Yeah. I think he's filming. Don't film. That's fine.
Good.
It's not a film, it's a photo.
Video.
A picture. Global Bioethics. Is that okay? George, what are you doing? I'm dying.
My name is Mirna Mohanraj. I'm a pulmonary and critical care physician at Mount Sinai St. Luke's West Hospital. I wear a lot of hats. I'm a clinical doctor. I'm also an educator. But most importantly for this scenario, I co-chair our bioethics committee in our hospital, and I run our hospital ethics committee and program. I was so thrilled to be a part of the Global Bioethics Initiative. We had an amazing time just now talking about the evolution of the Hospital Ethics Committee and going through some really in-depth, challenging bioethics cases from our consultation service. The students were incredibly engaged. I had a wonderful time. I think they all learned a lot, and I learned a lot as well, and so thrilled to be a part of this initiative.
My name is Georgia Livieri. I come from Greece. I am a PhD candidate in bioethics and health policy making. I have come here because I have a great motto from an ancient Greek philosopher named Socrates: wisdom begins in wonder. So I have come here to learn about global bioethics and deal with many ethical dilemmas to new reproductive technologies and to other aspects of life. Thank you.
Hi, so my name is Gavin Ford. I am a rising sophomore at Northwestern University. I am majoring in cognitive science and science and human culture, which basically talks about the integration of science, medicine, technology with history, policy, regulation, law, and anything else that might affect society. I'm also an intern at Global Bioethics Initiative, and so I worked a lot on setting up and coordinating the summer school, as well as handling other things that were going on with our nonprofit organization throughout the past month or so. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. I'm super excited to be learning about bioethics and a bunch of different topics. I know today we spoke about reprogenetics, as well as medical ethics in hospital situations and specific examples of ethics being applied in hospitals. And I just can't reiterate how excited and thrilled I am to be here and to learn even more.
Hi, I'm Camille Stone. I'm a final year student at Monash University in Australia. I went into this program because I'm minoring in bioethics, and I'm really interested in going on to do further study in bioethics, so I was really hoping this program would give me some insight into possible career paths or like next steps for my studies. And so far, it definitely has given me a few ideas, so it's been really exciting.
Hi, my name is Despina Samsoris. I am a rising senior at Friends Academy, and I'm the youngest one at the summer school this year. I'm very excited to learn more about bioethics and its applications in the real world, and I'm also a student intern at the Global Bioethics Initiative.
And thank you so much. I confused Mina with one of our students. Thank you so much. We need young lecturers, that's for sure.
I'll take that as a compliment. Again, my name is Mirna Mohanraj. I'm so excited to be here. My husband works at the UN, he works at UNICEF, and I was very excited to say that I get to do something at the UN this week, because he works in this locked ivory tower that I don't get to walk into. So I'd love to keep this interactive, engaging, and kind of relaxed. And I understand from Gavin that you guys are an engaged, chatty bunch, so this is great. What we're going to do is actually start and do some quick introductions. I'll start, and then I'd love to just hear your names and like one line about why this is exciting to you and why you're here. And while we're doing that, so we have a bunch of cases today, and we're going to use text messaging to do some interactive audience response. So this is what I need you guys to be set up right away. You're going to text to, so the person you're texting is 37607,
And the message you're going to text is that message. So it's not quite my name with 663 there. So what will happen is you'll get a quick text that says you're in. And then you don't have to do anything else until a little while from now when we start doing a couple audience questions. And then you just text your response and I'll guide you through it. If you don't get in, just let me know. Oh, actually, it just reminds me that I have to actually open the polls. Sorry.
I want to go into public health and advocacy in the health world, so that is interesting.
Fantastic.
Hi, I'm Despina.
Oh, done.
And I just finished my junior year of high school.
Okay.
And I'm just interested in exploring bioethical issues.
Great.
I'm Emma. I'm also an intern and a rising senior in college, and I'm studying politics. So I'm really interested in public policy and decision making, especially related to technology and health.
Very cool.
I'm Camille. I'm my last year of university as well. So I'm majoring in human rights and international relations, and then I'm minoring in bioethics. And I really want to go on to study bioethics more, but they only offer it as a minor at my university. So I'm kind of hoping that this week will help me kind of figure out what I want to go into next after I finish this degree.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Vin. I was in medical school for 3 years before I came here. Been to America for 3 years, and I'm a sophomore at Hunter College.
Welcome. Maybe we'll go to the end here.
Hello, my name is Ira. I'm a Hunter student. I'm a junior. I'm a neuroscience major. The reason I wanted to join this program is because we've heard bioethics, this interdisciplinary field that explains the dimensions of decision making in healthcare, and then how it correlates with philosophy and culture and society. So that's why.
Learning where it all comes together for health.
Yeah, I'm Simon as well. I'm a third medical student. And I feel like bioethics, from what I can from Bahrain, is not getting the attention it needs in the medical field. So I guess to
And he's coming from?
Bahrain.
Bahrain.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Artem. I'm a rising senior at Hunter, biochemistry major, pre-med also.
Okay.
So I know bioethics is super involved if you're going to be a physician. So I thought I would get a better grasp of that, of what's to do in my future.
Every aspect of medicine.
Hi, my name is Christy. I'm also from Hunter, also rising senior, and also pre-med with him as well. I'm a medical lab sciences major, and I'm here because Global Bioethics Initiative, it's something that's not really well known, and I thought that it encompasses basically the whole idea of becoming a physician, because you go into it and there's issues every day that you might probably face. So I thought it was really nice to hear about the controversial issues.
Absolutely.
Learn more about it.
I'm Nick. I'm from Canada. I'm in second year of studying engineering. I was just looking to learn something about something I don't know too much about. Bioethical topics are pretty interesting, so I thought I'd give it a try.
Great.
I'm Andrew. I'm also from Canada and going to second year engineering. And like my friend here, I've come here just to kind of learn something new, and I'm interested to learn.
Open some doors, sir.
Hi, my name is Lorraine. I'm just graduated Hunter. I'm going to downstate next year, I guess. So I'm taking bioethics mostly. I got interested in bioethics after studying the Dax case. So then I just wanted to explore what other options going to medicine might include. So I even did a stint in investment just to see where that would fall in line,
Trying
and
it all
then
out.
just trying it all out.
Sounds great.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I'm going to be a senior in high school. I'm here because I'm really interested in not just the biological side of medicine, but also the ethical side too, and the part that's not usually talked about as much.
You're absolutely right about that.
Hi, my name is Fatima. I'm an Indian. I live and work in Saudi Arabia. I am a researcher, and our research project at the moment deals with digital health and patient-centered care. And this really excited me when I found out about this course, because then we could also look into the ethical perspectives of having these interventions in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Mira. I'm also from Canada, and I'm going into my second year of majoring in politics with a minor in global development.
and I'm interested in particular about bioethical issues that you face in the Global South. Cool.
Hello, my name is Georgia Ligieri. I come from Greece. I am a PhD candidate in bioethics and health policy making. My doctoral thesis is upon digital health, a bioethical and policy making approach. I am also a researcher to the Hellenic Institute of the United Nations Affairs, and I am currently working as an ethics consultant in Unisystems. My favorite motto is from a Greek philosopher named Nikolaos Kazantzakis, reach what you cannot. That's why I'm here. I want to view bioethics from a global perspective.
Wonderful, thank you.
I'm Roseanne Flores. I'm a faculty here in psychology and also human rights. And
Wonderful.
I just finished a handbook on psychology and human rights. Part of it's on bioethics.
Gotcha, thank you.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm a professor in Canada in law and bioethics, and I'm here to explore the program and know if it could be for me. Also, it was very interesting, but if it could be a good fit for my students.
That's great.
I'm Brianna. I'm a Hunter student. I'm a sophomore and I'm majoring in neuroscience and minoring in political science, so I'm just also here to explore as well.
Terrific. My name is Zella. I am a biochemistry student, a pre-dental. I also go to Hunter College, and I think this program is a good opportunity to learn.
Great.
Hi, my name is Zarin. I just graduated, and I'm really interested in this program because I want to see how ethics parlays across two sides of healthcare, one from the perspective of the clinician and the other from the perspective of the businessman, businesswoman, or the administrator.
Amazing. All right, thank you guys for taking the time to do that. It really helps me to kind of understand how to target my talk and my words to where you all are coming from. Also helps me to know that there's some experts in here in the field who probably know more than I do about a couple of these things, so I might tag one of you to share some of your experiences when we talk about these cases. So let's get started. We're going to, at the beginning of time, talking about that. Then we're going to shift to just briefly in talking about the frameworks of ethical reasoning. And these are kind of the core kind of structures and tenets that we use every day when we're approaching an ethics case or a consultation that we're called about. The really fun part is, of course, the cases. These are going to be interactive. We have 5 today. I hope we can get through all of them. And they touch on 5 very broad, different topics in bioethics. And then very briefly, if we get to it, I can just talk to you a little bit about how we've transformed our service at our hospital from just a consultation service into a real education program. And for those of you who have interests and aspirations in bringing this back to your home institution or in the future, I might give you an idea of one thing that you can do with bioethics. So where did ethics and the Hospital Ethics Committee come from in the U.S.? So back in the 1970s, bioethics, and you guys have probably talked and heard about a lot of this already, was pretty scattered. Hospitals had a few of these throughout the U.S., but they were really focused on research, sterilization issues, abortion issues, and they really weren't organized or structured in any way. But then in 1976, is actually the year that I was born, there was a major case about Karen Quinlan. Anybody familiar with that case? Have you come across it in your readings? So I popped up a little summary for you guys that we'll talk through. So this is a landmark case. In 1976, this young woman, she was 22 years old, was found unresponsive after overdosing on alcohol and Valium. She was found in what we call a low oxygen state, so she wasn't breathing enough to get oxygen to her brain. And the doctors thought that she had what we call irreversible brain injury. She was never going to wake up to be herself again. She was in a persistent vegetative state. But she wasn't considered brain dead, and we'll talk a little bit more about what that means in a future case. Her dad wanted to be her decision maker, and he felt that she wouldn't want to live in this state, and he wanted to withdraw life support from her. Her doctors agreed that she wasn't going to benefit from a lot of aggressive treatments, but they felt that because she wasn't brain dead, they couldn't take life support away from her, that wasn't standard of care at that time in 1976. Some of them have some sensitive information, and I don't know where all of you are coming from in terms of your personal lives, your family lives, if maybe somebody in your family has experienced something like these cases. If it's difficult or you're not, it's not something comfortable that you want to hear, let me know. And also, if somebody wants to leave the room for one of the cases, I'm happy. There's nothing too shocking or horrible, but some of them might be a little triggering. And since I don't know you, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out. So no offense taken if you want to step out of the room for a couple minutes. But I think you'll all be okay. All right, so let me tell you about this first patient. This is my personal patient. It was a very sad situation. This is a 42-year-old woman who had a cardiac arrest, meaning her heart stopped beating, and she had a very prolonged amount of CPR for 45 minutes. Anything more than 1 to 3 minutes of CPR is a really long time, and hers went on for 43 minutes. When you don't have CPR for that long, as we mentioned in that previous case with Karen Quinlan, oxygen doesn't get to the brain, and the brain can get irreversibly damaged. She was brought to the hospital. They did get her heartbeat back, and she was in our intensive care. We don't know. What I would say, I'll tell you what I would say, maybe off the top of my head. I think I would say is that you do have to have a higher level of education, either a master's or a PhD or a medical degree, and have done an intensive course and done at least X number of years or X number of volume of cases. And I think that volume really depends on the kind of cases you're seeing and how frequently. If you do 10 cases over 10 years, that's not going to be enough experience. If you're doing 10 cases over, 3 months, and you get to do that regularly and continuously, and you're seeing a variety of cases and lots of different ethical concepts, and I think that's where that portfolio comes in to say, I've seen this realm of cases, then I think that's somebody that might be appropriate for certification. But I think it's almost case by case. It's very different from other things to be certified that, okay, I've taken biochemistry, orgo, and chemistry, I can apply to medical school, right? I think this is a little bit broader because you can see 10 of the same ethics cases but not have exposure to many different things. And in terms of what a consultation is, I think the cases will give you a little bit of an idea of that. I've tried to pull 5 different flavors. Okay. This look familiar to you guys? Everybody knows about these? Yes, okay, yes, wonderful. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but I think that you guys are all familiar with sort of the 4 core ethical tenets that drive a lot of our ethical analysis, decision-making, and recommendations in bioethics. Just in case, so we're all on the same page, autonomy is considered your capacity to be self-determining and to make decisions without any undue pressure, coercion, or other forms of persuasion. Beneficence is our ability to act for the benefit of others. Before I start the cases, I just want to say one disclaimer. These are all real cases. I've de-identified them. There's no identifying information. Some of them have some sensitive information, and I don't know where all of you are coming from in terms of your personal lives, your family lives, if maybe somebody in your family has experienced something like these cases. If it's difficult or you're not, it's not something comfortable that you want to hear, let me know. And also if somebody wants to leave the room for one of the cases, I'm happy. There's nothing too shocking or horrible, but some of them might be a little triggering. And since I don't know you, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out. So no offense taken if you want to step out of the room for a couple minutes. But I think you'll all be okay. All right, so let me tell you about this first patient. This is my personal patient. It was a very sad situation. This is a 42-year-old woman who had a cardiac arrest, meaning her heart stopped beating, and she had a very prolonged amount of CPR for 45 minutes. Anything more than 1 to 3 minutes of CPR is a really long time, and hers went on for 43 minutes. When you don't have CPR for that long, as we mentioned in that previous case with Karen Quinlan, oxygen doesn't get to the brain, and the brain can get irreversibly damaged. She was brought to the hospital. They did get her heartbeat back, and she was in our intensive care unit. And after this,
Roseanne, would you like to say a couple of words? Because we have Professor Hunter for 2 minutes. The interviews will be very, very short. 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Somebody has to give George a phone.
Okay. No, it's a video. It's a video. George, we want a photo.
I like it.
Okay. Hi, Dr. Bruce Gubb. I'm a transplant surgeon at NYU Langone Health, and I'm happy to be teaching at GBI's 5th annual installment of the Summer School in Bioethics this year at Hunter College.
Good afternoon. I'm Roseanne Flores, and I'm here at Hunter College. I'm on the faculty of psychology in the Department of Psychology here, and I'm also part of this Global Bioethics Summer Seminar, and it's a wonderful experience. It's great for all of the professionals that are here that I'm meeting and talking about bioethics and how it relates to human rights. I'm also on the human rights faculty here at the college as well. So I think that this is a wonderful experience, and it's great for our students, and it's great for all of the professionals. Thanks.
So hi, my name is Vin. I'm from Hunter Free Health program, and I'm really excited to get into the program. And I learned a lot from the program because I used to be a medical student, and I've never been taught about ethnic and different aspects of it. So I'm glad that I'm taking this class so that I could know more and acknowledge and understand more about the ethnicity in biology in general.
Hello everyone, my name is Ardem Duda. I'm a senior here at Hunter College, a biochemistry major and pre-med student. I'm very interested in the Global Bioethics Initiative because it'll give me an open road into medicine and how both of these fields interact with each other. Thank you.
All due respect, was he given a heart transplant first because he's a top medical doctor, or it was just like anybody else?
Just like anyone else.
Okay.
Anyone on the list, just like anyone else.
For contribution to
the allocation system in the U.S. is actually set up to make it almost impossible to cheat the system out. So he did take a risk. He get transplanted a little bit faster though because he took an organ from a donor that had hepatitis C. So he knowingly contracted the disease, the virus from the donor, and then we treated him afterwards. With the treatment will probably work, but may not. But that was worth the risk. So and that's kind of shifted the field a little bit. We're starting. It's a completely different conversation because if I had this 5 years ago saying I can give you a new kidney, but you're going to get hepatitis C, I would lose my license 5 years ago. The new medications that are out now are so good that we can have this conversation. And now there's a whole pool of donors of smoking higher than the risk of not transplanting them. And patients do lie to us sometimes too. Okay. So how many people think someone with prior lifestyle transgressions, how many of you have not done anything bad in your life? Not done anything illegal, not stolen anything, not eaten something you shouldn't have, not smoked cigarettes or other things? Anyone? It's all of you. Yeah, so it's kind of everyone. So someone with current transgression, so active drug use, still smoking, still drinking, needs a liver. How many people think that person should be transplanted? Okay. How many people think that person should not be transplanted?
I mean, they go wait.
Not necessarily. They're dying from liver failure. So it's a really easy decision when they can wait, right? We'll say 6 months. You have to go to a program. You have to give us a bunch of drug tests. They're all negative. You can't be positive. Show that you can do it. And a lot of transplant programs stick to that. Mine does predominantly.
Yeah.
How many say no? How many say maybe? So that all of these questions have like a big gray area. Well, it depends seems to be the best answer for most of these. So let's say it's someone who first suicide attempt on an overdose, as opposed to someone who's had 6 unsuccessful suicide attempts in the last 3 years, versus someone who had 6 unsuccessful suicide attempts. The last one was 10 years ago.
People change their heads. It all depends. It's not quite. You can't do that.
Well, what happens if we transplant someone to get out of the hospital and commit suicide?
What if they
like right away?
But you know how you know that they will.
So that's when we try to. We have a lot of experts kind of looking at them and really digging into things. But a lot that when it comes down to it, a lot of times we're kind of hedging. So the argument is this. So yeah, go ahead and do it. And then the person goes and commits suicide. So we've done the donor no favor. Right? We've kind of wasted a gift. We transplanted to someone who was not helped by that.
and there's very likely someone on the waiting list who died. So bad decisions impact 3 lives. So it's what's hard is when are you making a bad decision and when are you making a prejudiced decision. We struggle with that quite a bit. Now the question here is who benefits from this? She's blind. Transplanting her, we can't transplant a whole eyeball, so she's still blind. Where's the benefit? She would say she's had a pretty significant benefit.
Her acceptance in society.
Yeah. Yeah. So she definitely feels more reintegrated. She was put on some advanced research protocols involving reduction and withdrawal of immunosuppression, and she had a rejection, no surprise, which may have a long-term impact on this. I can't believe that made it through an institutional review board. They've done so few of these. I would think that IRBs would be very much on the conservative side. So if you're successful in the surgery, you know what the medical risks are with that. Why do you want to withdraw? And,